Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And we have little Gracie in the house today because we are absolutely. How beautiful is that? Is that cute? Did the entire Vayner Nation just go, or did they go, what? I'm not sure, but here's the fact of the matter. We are now accomplishing our goal by taping the Thunder Show at every stadium in the NFL. Well, we haven't accomplished it completely, but we're on our way. We are here live in Cleveland at Brown Stadium. Very nice. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
But you know, the fact of the matter, no, it's actually very...
Here we go, brownies. Here we go.
Oh, look what's happening. This is a coup.
Here we go.
Jay, eat! I'm just louder than all 7 of them combined. But really, let's get really into the show. Let's get the camera still focused right here. Yeah, I want to me. I need the camera. All right.
All right.
Why don't you tell the baby? Let's get Gracie out of here.
Let's get Gracie out. Somebody take. We do have our brown spit
We have a
bucket.
brown spit bucket.
And this is our Gracie girl, who's the
Mascot.
in the dog pound.
You might know the
Mascot.
Browns consider themselves the dog pound. They're these
dog
tough fans. They think they're tough, but they're not that tough. I mean, I'm in the black hole in Cleveland, in Oakland, so anything is better than that.
Better than that.
But
yeah.
why don't you tell the maniacs out there who you are, what we're doing, and how we're rolling?
Okay, great. My name is Marianne France, and I'm the owner and founder of the Cleveland Wine School.
Very nice.
I actually moved here from New York about 10 years ago. Started the school 6 years ago.
Are you a Jets fan?
You know, ish.
Ish.
Ish. But now I married a Browns fan, and so now I'm a Browns fan. I have no choice.
Bull crap. But
Yeah. When we were married, the priest said, "Will you become a Browns fan?" And I said yes.
It's like
So
converting to Judaism.
It's
or
religious.
Christianity.
It's a religious thing.
The Jets are my religion. I will throw you off this balcony if you get wild. Let's go. All right, go ahead.
All right, hey, listen, so I learned wine the same way I learned football.
Okay.
Which is this sort of layering information and not learning it all at once. My husband's an avid Browns fan, and he said to me, you know, you got to learn these moves, you got to know what a Hail Mary is, you got to know what a blitz is, and I don't like football enough to learn it all at once.
Sure.
So I had to do it little by little.
Step by step.
Which is the way I learned wine.
Well, great. So the theme today is we do have an Ohio wine. We've been doing a lot of Ohio wines. You know, we're probably airing this in a couple. So, you know, a couple of weeks ago we did 2 Ohio shows back to back. By the way, big shout out to everybody that came out to my book signing. That was, what was the Learned Owl? That was amazing. 100+ people showing up in the middle of Ohio. You know, it's just absolutely a phenomenal time. Then the after party, so big shout out to everybody there. So we've got 1 Ohio wine, or 2 I think, right? And then we've got 2 very interesting wines in the middle with the dog pound theme. That's what the Browns fans call themselves. So we've got the Doghouse, and we got Rosenblum's Chateau La Paz.
Chateau La Paz.
You think that's cute? Admit it.
It's awesome, because look under here, it says Côte de Beaune.
Côte de Beaune.
Which is awesome.
Very good.
But these are perfect for tailgating,
Like
and Clevelanders are all about tailgating. But can you try, do you have to go white to red, or can you try the Ohio wines first?
I can do whatever the heck you want, sister.
I want to do the Ohio wines first.
Fine.
I want you to taste, this is St.
This is my show.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Jesus. All right, this is the St. Joseph 2006 Grand River Pinot Noir, rolling in at what, 25 bones, I hear?
Yeah.
This is what I talk about quite a bit. That's the price points of the wines.
You're very coin focused when it comes to wine.
I'm very coin focused. I really want to bring value to the Vayner Nation. I mean, to me, if I drink something that's 25 bones and it's nice, that's great. But if I know there's a $15 alternative that brings the thunder, that's what I want.
That's what you're going to go for.
So,
well, remember, this is cool climate Pinot Noir. We're cold here in Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty much like an Alsatian climate, so it's cold climate Pinot Noir.
So cold climate Pinot Noir, folks. Just bring it, I'm bringing it home.
I
mean,
hear
you want
it.
a cold climate? I brought it home. All right, give it a snippy sniff.
I'm going to give it a sniffy sniff. Cranberry. You go. Your turn.
No, go ahead.
Raspberry.
The first thing I get is like, there's this Febreze that one of my girlfriends had that was like strawberry flavored Febreze in the bathroom, so when I'd go poopy, I would use it, and that flavor is really coming through because I do get the strawberry component, and then I get a little bit of that chemical action coming through that I get in, you know, Febreze, like,
Febreze,
you know?
with or without the poop?
Without the poop.
Without the poop.
But in a Pinot, that could be likely, it just wasn't there on this, unfortunately.
So it's perfumed.
It is perfumed.
Cheers.
It's a good help.
It's a good help. Spitting in the Browns?
Yeah, I'm spinning the Browns.
Yeah.
On the Browns. I'm like the Jets where I'm spinning.
All right, what you thought?
Well, you know, let me just taste it one more time. The color's pretty light. You know, that's fine. Pinot's supposed to be light. The bouquet is nice. I like the strawberry component. I do get a little Febreze. I also get a little bit of a bacon fat component. And, you know, that's pretty solid, so I like that. On the mouthfeel, interesting. I do get a very interesting barky kind of like woody, like rip the bark off the tree kind of thing going on. But I don't want to call it oak. Don't confuse the oak monster because he's not here. No, this is more like a barky component.
Like a sassafras.
Yeah, not.
Like a
don't
root.
talk about sassafras and root around me because I am the foremost root beer fanatic
Are you really? Yeah.
on earth. Okay, anyway. No mid-palate on this wine, which bothers me. Really hollow on that end. Finish is pretty austere and awkward. You know, like a 13-year-old teenager, you know? 13, yeah, still teenager. You know, so it's awkward, right? It's like goofy, it's got acne, you know, just, it's trying to find its place. It's not super focused. It is cool climate, so, you know, the flavors are pretty muted. It's a tight wine. I don't know, it's not really killing me. What do you got going?
I agree with you, mid-palate. It lacks mid-palate. The attack's all up at the front.
Not lax. Doesn't exist!
Alright, it doesn't exist. Alright, so this didn't work for you.
Well, no, it didn't bother me. I mean, to me, you know, this is a 77-point wine for 25 bones. Not going to go out and rush and try it. However, another experience. I enjoy the fact that, you know, I got to taste the Pinot Terroir from Ohio. Didn't do it this time, but you always keep them reminded. Plus, let's be very honest, who gives a rat's ass about my palate, right? It's mine. It's good for me. It might not be good for you.
Right.
You might like this more than I did. Probably because you're a hometown girl. You know, whatever. It's the fact of the matter is that for my palate, it's okay. It's not going to change my life. I will not re-explore it again. How about for you?
Well, the one thing in Ohio is we do a much better job with like Riesling and Pinot Gris and kind of Alsatian style grapes.
So why would you bring the Pinot Noir to Brown's Stadium?
Because we have to at least try a red. We got to at least give it a chance.
Okay. All right, let's
but
move on.
that said, can you go sweet or you want it for the end?
I think we should save that for the end.
Okay.
That
all
one
right.
I'll fight you with.
So now we're into
little rinse.
Little rinsey.
Little rinsey rinse.
So now we're into
We'll start and
Doghouse.
close with Ohio ones.
Perfect.
All right. So what we have here now is the Doghouse Charlie's Chard. I assume this little character is Charlie. 2005 from California.
$8.
8 bones. Zoom it in, my man. Fake Mott. Zoom in.
Fake Mott.
Very nice.
Mott-esque.
There we go. 4. Now I noticed you're wearing a Bernie Kosar jersey.
Sure.
Now I hate Bill Belichick. You probably do as well, but you don't even know why you hate him because you don't go that far back with him.
I didn't go that far back.
But
right.
he cut Bernie Kosar. How did that make you feel?
Well, the only thing is Bernie Kosar couldn't run.
He's a quarterback.
I know, but he ran like Herman Munster. He ran like he had some
He
shoes.
looked like Herman Munster a little bit.
We like
With
our
an
Brady
afro.
Quinn. We like the
Brady Quinn stinks. Derek Anderson is your quarterback.
He's so cute. Brady
Cute
Quinn.
does not win football games.
For chicks, it does.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right. Brady Quinn. All right, let's give this a sniffy sniff.
Brady Quinn. She's hot. He's Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton is disgusting. He's a twig. If he's Paris Hilton hot, then
That's bad hot.
Then he looks like Herman Munster. All right, I get a little butter. That's what you get from Chardonnay. A little apple core, which is nice. This is an 05, which goes borderline a little older for inexpensive under $10 Chardonnay, which is probably helping it a little bit. Did you spit on yourself?
Yeah, I did. It's splashed out.
Little cantaloupe on the back end, which is kind of neat. Yeah, you get the melon action, right? You like melons?
I do.
Me too. Just give it a whirl.
Lemon rinds. Yep. Easy.
Easy is a great word. I like easy.
Easy's good.
And melons. You know. Anyway.
And tailgating.
That's a good one. Very light wine, disappearing Chardonnay action.
Lemony finish though.
Yeah,
it's
I get
really
it.
acidic.
I totally agree. High acid, high citrus components. I almost even get, you know, I do get the lemon, but you know what I'm antiquated with. I actually get a little bit more of a tangerine component.
Oh, tangerine's perfect.
See it, right?
Yeah.
You like that? Give me some daps.
You're pretty good.
You just realized where I see. You just said, okay, now
I get you.
It's tangerines,
Take the
folks.
jersey off. Yeah.
I will take the jersey. Never. Tangerines are coming through heavily here with a little buttered popcorn, right? So maybe like you're at, right?
Not too much.
Right, just a hair though.
Yep.
You know, like you go to the movies and you've got buttered popcorn, you're watching, you know, Dark Knight, and then what's this? A tangerine? I'll eat it. You know, that kind of thing going on this palate. 8 bones, very serviceable. Talking about tailgating, you know, very, very serviceable. You know, I think it's the kind of wine. There you go. It's the kind of wine. That's how you do it, fellas. You know, it's the kind of wine that I think brings a lot of thunder to the value play. I can see this wine being very adequate, people enjoying it. Hot day like it is here in Cleveland, you know, porch wine. It's not killer, it's not profound, it is not epic or for the win. However, it is an 84, 85 point wine that is a suggested retail 8 bones. Probably can get it for 6, you know, somewhere. So,
and that's 8 in Ohio. We're high in Ohio.
You
Our
are
wine prices
very high in Ohio.
Yeah.
This could be 5.
High O. Yeah.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Nice.
But they're not trying to be serious either.
Give a shout out to you,
Tell the label. You can see. Here we are.
So, you know,
Dog-pound wine.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And at the end of the day, I think it's a pretty solid little entry wine and won't really bother anybody. Now, it's an 05, and I actually think that's helping this wine. It's got a little bit more age to it. I have a feeling that this has kind of rounded itself out. And here's what we talk about with a little aging. You think all expensive wines need to be aged, but you'd be shocked. An $8 to $12 wine, just a year, settling down, getting chill, getting cozy in your crib, can do quite a bit for that vino. And so keep that in mind.
It's like soup. It's like a chili.
I love chili.
But it's okay the day you make it, but the next day.
See, I love cold chili. You like cold chili?
For breakfast?
Yes.
That's medicine after a night of drinking wine.
That's a nice medicine. That's a good point. Let's move on. Little rinse for you, little rinse for me.
Cross juice.
Did I tell you we're at Brown Stadium? We have a lot of Steeler fans, so they're gonna be all bent out of shape. All right, let's go.
Great.
Very nice for you. Very nice for me. Zoom in, please, on the Rosenblum 2005 Chateau La Paz, which is a blend of Carignan, Syrah, Zinfandel, and Mourvèdre. You know, pretty much in a Rhone style play. What's this wine roll in at? 25?
14.
14 bones. Suggested.
And it's Rosenblum of the Rosenblums in.
And they're doing, yes, it is the Rosenblum family that's famous. And a little action here. Do you see this? Little, whoop, you didn't see this little fun fact, did you?
Interesting.
Yes, for more information, visit us at Rosenblum Cellars or call 510-865-7007. Vaniacs, Mott, when you're back home, link up this phone number, pause the show right now, and call Rosenblum. Let's blow up their office. 510-865-7007. Just call them and say, do you bring thunder, Rosenblum? That's what I want you to leave on their answer machine. All right, 14 bones, probably closer to 10 to 12 around the country. A Rhone-style wine in California. Did you give it a snippy sniff? I didn't feel like it was a strong enough snippy sniff. Thank you very much. That's what I like to see. See, now you are a Browns football wine shit. Now I'm in the game with you. Snippy snip for me. See, it was tangerines for me. It was you spitting back into the glass and me tasting it that did it for me. Snippy snip.
It's nice black fruit, huh?
Tons of black fruit. Very good job. I totally agree. Get a little licorice as well. Blackcurrant mulberry for all you mulberry fans out there. You like that, right?
Mulberry. Yeah.
Blueberries too. A lot of blueberries. And you know what? The crappy blueberries. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Not the firm, medium-sized ones, but the ones that are bigger and are a little mushy. They're not good. People eat them because they're big. They think, but the mushy blueberries.
Like overripe fruit.
Yeah,
right,
overripe fruit pisses me off.
In wine? Or
in life.
Does it? Yeah. In wine, it's kind of nice. Kind of. Vanilla. You can smell the vanilla from the oak.
You know what that is. You know the oak monster's chilling here a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a hair. There's a little oak monster. Little over oaked. I get the vanilla, which is nice, but I think they went a little high on it. Does smell a little like a whatchamacallit bar.
What is this, 06?
It's 05.
05.
Let's give it a whirl. The jets are coming. Right?
Too much oaky?
Of course!
Yeah, it's mid-palate.
Do the oak monster for the maniacs. Nice work.
Too much
Way too much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all I'm tasting. It's
you know
like,
what? If you had cheese, if you had something to eat with it.
do we have cheese?
No.
Okay. I feel like somebody took a nice Cleveland oak and stuck it directly in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but good fruit. Listen, this is an interesting little wine. That being said, I'm sensitive to the oak monster. I think you might be a little less because you don't really. I can feel it. I can feel your energy that, yeah, it's over oak, but
well,
I'm okay with that.
You expected it on the nose, you expected to get it on the palate.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it works out, but I gotta be honest with you, the fruit is pretty good. The drinkability experience fun factor is pretty solid. Like, there's a lot of fruit. All the peeps out here, all these Browns fans here that are looking at me, they probably would like it. I mean, there's a lot of people that would like it. There's a lot of and Jet fans and everybody. I'm telling you, 85% of the wine drinking public rolling in at 10 to 15 bones on this wine, I think are going to find it more than adequate because the fruit is very pure. And I would argue that if Rosenblum decided to use a little less new oak or second-year oak, tone down the oak program, maybe do a little stainless steel with it, or like fourth-year oak, that the wine could be more interesting, pick up a little bit more of that secondary flavor that's hidden by the vanilla and oak, and be a very profound wine for my palate. Just saying.
I think there's a lot of oak. I think they don't need it. They didn't need to have that much oak, and they also have American oak. If they would have stuck with French, I think, right? Just maybe French oak, or like you said, a little more neutral oak.
Yeah, neutral.
Instead of the American oak.
3-year.
But if you're tailgating and you're eating, you're obviously going to be eating. You know what they eat here in Cleveland? We roast pigs. We
do that in New York.
Okay, we roast pigs.
We roast them in New York.
We fry big turkeys.
We fry big turkeys in New York.
If
Right in the
had,
pan.
Right, but this with a roast pig, this would be okay, right? Yeah. No, still not
for me.
Not for you.
You know, for me, just because I'm at a tailgate, should I drink crap-ass wine? No! I want to drink good wine, wine that I like, wine that goes with what I'm eating is fine. I get it. The pairings, there's a lot of, I mean, honestly, I'd probably eat this with a White Castle slider. That, I would like to see what's going on, because, you know, meat and cheese.
After many wines.
After no wines. I love White Castle. Big ups to White Castle. It's not bad. Honestly, I'm harping on the oak. There is good fruit here. This is a fan-friendly wine.
Let me guess. You're going to give it a 76.
No way. Much higher. Really? I'm going 84 points in this.
Oh, look, that's good.
Not bad.
No, that's not bad.
I was just expecting a little more of that. But I think, but that being said, this is an 88-point wine to America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that would like it. What would you rate it?
On a scale of 1 to 100,
yeah.
For me, it's probably more like a 75.
Wrong! I just felt like doing that. I've been dying to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me do that. I'm so pumped. All right, let's move on.
Okay, now we're going to have to really rinse, as you say.
Chewbacca. I mean, I just, you know, you got to mention Chewbacca's chilling. I heard he's a Browns fan. Bull crap. All right.
It looks like a Browns fan.
He looks like a Brown.
All right, so you really rinse on this one. Can I tell you about Ohio ice wine?
Yes.
He says with disdain. Ohio is really, really known for ice wine because of the cooler temperatures.
Yes.
And so this is a Vito Blanc.
Yes.
Which is a hybrid grape.
Yep.
And you know, they pick it in the middle of the night, and it's actually this is going to be a little warmer than it should be. So recognize that.
Well, I like, you know, I prefer when I drink all my Sauterne when I go to Bordeaux, I drink everything at room temperature. Because that's how you want to analyze it. I think the cold hides the flavor, so I don't mind room temperature.
It's the Bud Light theory of wine drinking.
Absolutely. Absolutely good work. I like how you went there. High school beer syndrome, I call it. HBS.
The colder it is, the better, yeah.
What suggested retail is this, my dear?
This is $29.
29 bones.
For half.
Big up to Leon Washington, amazing running back who's going to be running on this field all over your asses, Browns fans, in a couple of days. Just saying. Let's give it a sniffy sniff.
Apricot.
Thank gosh.
Apricot.
No question. I get a little pineapple juice as well. Clearly apricots, clearly peaches. You know, dried apricots, the one you pay like $34 at Whole Foods for a little box of. Ridiculous.
That confectionery sort of.
Gosh, this is really smelling good. This is why people love this stuff. Sugar, desserts, they trick us. This is why no critic can score dessert wines. I always talk about it. Very nice on the nose. 11% alcohol. I like seeing that. Definitely apricots. Apricots for days.
Yeah, very pronounced.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a break right now and just smell this wine. As you know, I love the snippy snip. I'm like, I hope I know. Gosh, this is tremendous apricot. Let's give it a whirl. So good, right? Drink some more.
Just go for it. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. You know what I gotta tell you? Bad ice wine lacks acidity. And anybody that knows what the cycle of wine drinking knows that if you drink a lot of wine, ultimately you end up being addicted to acid.
Acid freak.
That's why we love Rieslings and Austrian Rieslings and things of that nature. And that's why a really good ice wine always hits the palate right. This has a high level of acid. I gotta tell you, Ferrante.
You gotta wait for it. You wait for it for 2 seconds, and it comes on the finish strong. Don't you think the acidity?
Yeah, but you know what? I felt it right from the get-go.
Did you?
Yeah,
it was attacking.
I was really happy with this. High acid. Follows through very well with the apricots. I get orange peel. I get a little of that Grand Marnier action on the back end, which I like quite a bit. The flavor's still going with me. A minute and a half length or whatever. You're all probably looking at the, the timer and saying it was only 47 seconds. I'm sorry, but it's like a minute length finish. Really well made. Clearly, creme brulee is the play here, right?
Creme brulee.
Yeah,
Creme brulee or peaches. Anything with peach, like a peach apricot.
We have peaches in here. Get the creme brulee. Go with a little contrast.
All right.
You like doubling it up, don't you?
Well, I do
you
on
like
dessert wines. On dessert wines, I do. And Ferrante is a family wine. We should hold the bottle up because I'll tell you what, there are 5 generations in Ohio, which you don't find that very often in Midwestern states, but 5 generations of winemaking.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Are the Ferrantes awesome people, or do you like deep down
They're
dislike them?
awesome. Awesome. And you know what? We take.
Oh, really? I knew it. But
they're awesome, and we take classes there, and we do classes, and they show us around, and
yeah, she hates them. All right, tremendous wine. I'm very impressed. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the other 46. It's just not about Washington, Oregon, California, and we throw in New York in there, but it should really be other 47. That being said, Ohio is bringing serious thunder on this dessert wine. I'm obnoxiously impressed with this wine. To me, this is a 92+ point dessert wine, which outscores enormous amounts of sauternes that I just had on my Bordeaux trip. Very delicious, very well made, and I've got to be honest with you, if you can get this wine, you need to, because this is special time. This is like getting together. It's an absolutely great wine to enjoy with lots of your friends. I mean, this is a very substantial, extremely well made. That's what's 5 generations. I mean, extremely well made, high acid, flavorful, long finished dessert wine that I am absolutely, positively impressed with. What do you got to say?
Good for you. Hit it, yeah. I love this wine. Ice wine's kind of a popular thing in Ohio.
Right. Don't finish it off. We got to pour some out for the maniacs that aren't with us. And so. Extremely well made, 92+ point Ohio dessert wine. That's how the wine world is changing. You know the tradition. When you're on the Thunder Show as a guest, you ask the question of the day. Fire away.
All right. I have 2
Don't
questions.
Look at me.
Can I have 2 questions? I need 2 questions.
Do you want to have 2 questions? Be careful. Do you want to? Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. So here are the 2 questions. One is a wine question. One has nothing to do with wine. The first wine question is: would you rather drink more often of less expensive wine, or would you rather drink less often with more expensive wine? All right? So fewer bottles, higher price, more bottles, lower price, and quality.
Or C, both. Okay,
or C, both. My second question is, and I'd love for people, can they call me on this question?
Yes!
Can I take the answer? Call me at the American Cleveland Wine School.
Throw up the phone number.
216-831-9919. And I want you to tell me, Marianne or Ginger?
Marianne or Ginger? Marianne. Because you, with a little bit of me and gals, you know what? You know what's awesome?
Shirt.
This guy's going to be sacking everybody this year. I'm going to sack Bernie Kosar right now. We're changing the wine world.